What's up? It's Andy. I'm here to give you some of my favorite Saturday bets. I think in these two games, both of these teams, or three out of these four teams, has something to play for. And if you watched the Raiders last week, we're probably going to get, some of the best that we've seen out of them all year. So I got some picks that I like for this Saturday that I'm happy to share with you. The same way I'm happy to share with you that DraftKings Sportsbook has a promotion going on. You bet $5 on anything, they're going to credit you with $200. It's that simple. You bet $5, you get $200 regardless of the outcome. It's a great promotion for a limited time. They have the specifics of it in the description of this video, along with the link that will take you there. So Saturday, we got these two games. The first being the Raiders at the Chiefs. Chiefs need this for the quasi number one seed, but unless they play the Bills or Chiefs or something like that, or Bengals or something like that. However, they obviously need this game. I'm going to start with something you've heard from me a couple times in like the last 4 or 5 weeks. I'm going to take the over on Isaiah Pacheco rushing yards. They obviously have committed to him as their primary ball carrier on the ground. Yes, McKinnon gets a bunch of snaps, more so in the receptions and whatnot. But as long as the Chiefs are ahead, and they are 9-point favorites once again, I think Isaiah Pacheco is a good bet to get, 15 carries or something like that. And that offense on the ground, I believe he'll be able to top. I think they have him at like 60 rushing yards. And I really like that one for him. Also, a potential touchdown prop if you want to go over 60 and a touchdown or something like that. But I'm happy to take the over on 60 rushing yards. Now, through the air, it seems like it's been remember earlier in the year, Travis Kelce, every one of these games, it was getting like 104 touchdowns, 3 touchdown games. I think he's due for a touchdown in this one, Travis Kelce. And I'm also going to take the over on his receiving yards because he hasn't had any of these over 100-yard games. They've kind of brought his total, I don't want to say very far down, it's still in the high 70s, but I think he's going to eclipse this against a burnable defense with the Las Vegas Raiders. You saw what Brock Purdy did to them last week. You've seen what every team has done to them every week. I don't think Patrick Mahomes at home is going to have a difficult time throwing against them, and obviously he's their number one weapon, Kelce, that is. And who's their number two weapon? Probably Juju Smith-Schuster. He's been relatively quiet recently. Against a team like the Raiders, I believe he'll be able to catch some of those underneath. They have his reception yards total at 55 or 55 and a half or something like that. Happy to take the over on that. So that's on the Chiefs side. Then on the Raiders side, when you're playing with house money, you got nothing to lose. As you saw last week, you just start chucking things that you chuck and you throw caution to the wind. And he was rewarded for that. And it's hard to imagine they're going to go playing the Niners aggressively to one final game on the road against the Chiefs, and they're not going to play aggressively. So I am very tempted and will take the over on Stidham's passing yards. I see no reason that they're going to commit to Josh Jacobs. I think they're going to throw it. They have Renfro healthy, they have Waller healthy, they have Adams healthy, and they used all three of them last week, which is actually why I'm going to take the over on reception yardage total for Hunter Renfro and Darren Waller because they're still extremely low. If McDaniels is going to be chucking it as much as he was last week, it's very hard to see those two guys staying under those yardage totals. They're so low, high 20s, low 30s, high 30s. Well, they're definitely below 40, and I like the over for both of those players. If they're going to be down 9 points, theoretically, because that's what the spread is, they obviously have to throw the ball. So I'm going to go with the over on reception yards for those two Raiders. And then in the later game, I don't know if this is the chalky pick. I was hearing some people say this. I just think that the Tennessee Titans, the majority of their roster, have played in meaningful games, way more meaningful games in these last couple of years. And I don't know if they're going to win, but that's just too many points for me. I'm going to take the Tennessee Titans with the points. I would imagine that Vrabel is going to have his defense ready. They seem to play pretty well in big spots. Every time you start to count them out, they show up with a pretty spirited performance. One thing about Vrabel, I think he's had at least 9 wins every single year he's been the coach. So, they took off last week. You're probably going to get a ton of Henry, which is why I'll always, against the Jaguars and Houston, it's always over on Henry's rushing yards for me. And I didn't see what they listed his attempts at. You can take the over on that one as well. I'd imagine it's at 22. I still would take over 22. How wild is that? And then as far as the pass catchers go, I'm going to take the over on reception yardage for Travis Etienne. I think you've seen him really get on the coaching staff's good side again. There's a little bit there where he was struggling. He's had a couple of good games. They rested him in the second half, but obviously utilized him a ton in the first half. I don't know if he's going to be able to eclipse his rushing yardage total. I bet you more people are on that, but I've seen him get 3 catches the last couple of weeks, and if they're going to put his reception yardage total at like 14 or something like that, he's such a dynamic player. He needs 1 catch, and he'll break that 14. So I believe if you give him 3 more catches, which is what he's had the last couple of weeks, I think he'll definitely get over his reception yardage total. And those are the picks that I got for you on this Saturday. I will be back tomorrow with the full assortment of Sunday games. But I think these two should actually be pretty good as long as the Raiders kind of give us 80% of what they did last week. We could be somewhat entertained on this Saturday. All right, good luck to all of you. Better luck to me. Make sure you're subscribed to the Odd Shopper channel here. Come follow me on social media. You see my name on the page. That's the name it is on all social media platforms. So hopefully I see you there. If not, I'll see you here tomorrow for the Sunday picks. Take it easy.